If y'all haven't checked out my previous videos, I said, oh my gosh, this week is full of dark, deep topics. I don't know what the hell is in the air, but just so many dark things, okay? And y'all know here on my channel, I like talking about like light-hearted chisme. Like, y'all, I stay talking about Brianna Olsen and 2K, like Jeffree Star, and that's very light-hearted gossip and tea. But I feel like the things that I'm talking about like this week, y'all, is like, or I should say within the coming week, are like very, very deep and very dark. If you guys didn't see, I made an update video talking about Kayla's sister with the whole James Charles situation. I made a video talking about the very serious allegations that are going down between Adam Ray OK and Louis Castro's friend group. And y'all, that's very, very dark and deep. And then within today's video, we're going to be talking about DDG and Halle Bailey, which, y'all, I'm fighting for my life over here because I stay calling her Halle Berry. Damn, it's like just in my head when I hear the name Halle, like I say Berry. You know what I mean? Like it's just ingrained in my brain, and every single time I'm like, damn it, I keep on saying Berry instead of Bailey. So I do apologize if I do that within today's video, but I am going to try my hardest to get it correct, okay? I think this is a very ironic like timing of everything because I actually just discovered who DDG was because of the whole Wendy oh my god, Ortiz situation. Because if you guys did not see, I started talking about Wendy Ortiz and I was like, oh, she did a collaboration with DDG to where they went to Japan together. They were filming all types of content and DDG was making it seem like he was into Wendy Ortiz, but I do think that was just kind of like him playing up for the bit. You know what I'm saying? Also, this is what I have to say too. It just shows you that people on the internet you really don't know because look, I did barely discover who he was like within the past month, but what I have seen of him so far, I'm like, oh, he seems very humble. He seems very chill. He seems very kind. Like he just seems very mellow. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's obviously just what I have seen of him within the whole Wendy Ortiz collaboration. But then now it's coming out that he is not like the best person, okay? These are all allegations, these are all speculations, and obviously we do have to take everything with a grain of salt because we don't know the truth until actual proof comes out, okay? Y'all know I'm gonna die on that hill, okay? I am so sorry, but I always feel the need to say that because I have seen countless times now of people talking about something and then it comes out to be not true, or it comes out to be fabricated, it comes out to be like, well, that was only a part of the story, and then we see the rest of it, you know what I'm saying? And I really do feel like, I don't know, I wanna be that person on the internet that is very objective and very sensible and very rational, and I don't wanna sit here and point hate at somebody when we don't have, you know, the definitive proof of it. And I am just waiting out on seeing actual proof because the way DDG is acting about this whole entire situation with his baby mama, I'm like, what's going on here? Like he just seems so unfazed, unbothered, like it just is not getting to him whatsoever. And I'm like, these are serious allegations here. Also, I have to say this too. It's so crazy because I actually followed Halle Bailey on my little burner Twitter account. I didn't even know she had a baby with DDG. I swear the first time I saw DDG was with Wendy Ortiz, and this just goes to show you like our timelines or whatever. Like you could just not see some things. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, wait, why did I follow her on my little burner Twitter account or whatever, like way back in the day? Because I liked a song of hers. I forgot the song that I think that she made with her sister, who, by the way, for the longest time I thought they were twins. Come to find out they're not twins. I am so stupid. I thought they were twins. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? By the way, if you guys don't know who Halle Bailey is, she played the Little Mermaid in the live action Little Mermaid film, okay? This situation, once again, is very dark and very deep. It's been a long time, months and months and months since I've read an article from TMZ. However, they got all the inside scoop, okay? So I'm going to be reading all of this article basically because it does, you know, have, like I said, all the inside scoop and all the exclusives, okay? Anyways, this is what the headline says right here. Oh, by the way, Patreon down below. Damn, I pre-filmed 3 other videos before this and I forgot to mention it. Patreon, link down below. Make sure you guys subscribe over there. Anyways, this is what it says right here. Halle Bailey claims DDG abused, attacked her multiple times, gets restraining order. That's why I said, I'm like, why is everything so dark and deep this week? Halle Bailey says she's had enough of DDG allegedly abusing her. She's filed a police report and now she wants court-ordered protection from the father of her child, TMZ has learned. In docs filed Tuesday in LA, she claims things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October, and Halle says DDG came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. Which, by the way, love how I'm like all watching all these videos with DDG and Wendy Ortiz, and I'm like, didn't even know that he has a son. Like, so out of the loop on things. Like, I don't know. It's so crazy how, I don't know, you could just watch a person and be like, oh shit, I didn't know this huge factor of their life, you know? As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, bitch." Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such a agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling with with DDG, pulling her hair, slamming her face on the steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Once again, these are allegations, but y'all, there is a picture right there that her tooth is chipped. I think that's insane. And wait until I read his tweets, y'all, because I'm like, the way if somebody came out with like allegations about like me about like that, I would be like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, Halle says she was in pain and crying, and although that stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo. So she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. I'm so sorry, but y'all, to me, this is just crazy, which I do understand, by the way. I want to say this because obviously if she felt that her son was in danger, I totally understand her staying in the car. But I would have been like, oh, hell no, like, I'm not leaving my son with you. I would have called 911. You know what I'm saying? Right then and there, Loki, I would have called 911. But I do understand that people get scared and they're like, oh my gosh, like if I call 911, are they going to get more aggressive and what could lead to that? But damn. I immediately would have been up in the car right now texting my friend, like, call 911. You know what I'm saying? Because what the hell is going on right now? Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries in her request for a restraining order. She also alleges DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom, and texted a pic of Holly's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL." Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of having S with other people. Which I'm so sorry, that is so bizarre. Like if you're gonna bust up in the house, which I am so sure too, by the way, y'all know I take everything with a grain of salt because obviously at the end of the day people do lie. However, if this fool came up into her house, I'm so sure she's a celebrity. She has to have cameras. She 100% has to have cameras, and she has to have like or at least a ring camera of him like entering the house or something. You know what I mean? And I want to see that because I'm like, that's crazy ass behavior. And especially knowing that you guys have been broken up, but then you're going to go take a picture of the bed and be like, now I know what you've been on. Well, yeah, she's single. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do. Anyways. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she had the baby. The baby were sick. What? She and the baby were sick, sorry. And she didn't want Halo to leave home. And she claims that's when he verbally got abusive, smashed her ring camera, and ran away with Holly's phone. Y'all release their ring camera footage because I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, bitch." The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report, and she says she also has ring footage to back up her side of the story. Okay, y'all, because I didn't read all the way down to the bottom. Y'all know me, y'all. I stayed like going with it. I want to see the footage, y'all. I am so sorry, but that's where I'm like, because if she has like real actual proof of this, like, why is he not locked up? I don't get it. Anyways, it was also around this time DDG claimed on X he'd been fighting to see Halo for months. For Halle, though, the final screw came why can't I read today? Screw, it's straw. Came just last weekend when she says she was vacationing with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says DDG texted her links to social media posts claiming she was on the island with singer Brent Faiyaz. Halle replied, "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon." The judge granted Halle a domestic violence restraining order requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and their child, Halle claims. Her ex has been whipping his fans into a frenzy by trashing her when he live streams. It is so crazy that because I started, it obviously started popping up on my For You page because of the whole Wendy Ortiz situation, I have yet to see any streams of him to where he is talking about Halle. I think that's so crazy. This shit just pisses me off sometimes. I'm like, show me the damn videos. Like, pop up on my For You page. Anyways, we've reached out to DDG's camp. No word back yet. However, I just saw that he had posted on Twitter, okay? Which he's acting so... vague, obviously. We could sit here and pretend, we don't know what he's talking about, which, yes, it could be true. We don't know what he's talking about. And because it is vague and because he didn't say anything directly, He could be talking about any other situation out there. He could be talking about Wendy Ortiz for all we know. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, because this blew up on the internet, it blew up on Instagram and within obviously TMZ, obviously we can sit here and be like, oh, okay, like he's referring to the situation. Like, first of all, this is what he had said right here. I'm chilling, by the way. I have no worries. Streaming later on, no days off. And that was just right there. You know what's really crazy too is, oh, excuse me, Doge. Oh my god, why was I gonna say? Something's wrong with my brain today, y'all, because I like have so many videos to film today, and I'm like, my brain is fried. And y'all know that I like to talk about like lighthearted stuff, so I'm like, this is too much deep shit, and I'm like over here like, Anyway, Soulja Boy, I literally was gonna say Doja Cat for some stupid ass reason. Soulja Boy actually had like tweeted out about him and said, "You a bitch ass N for putting your hands on Halle, Lil N," and then tagged him. "If I catch you, I'm beating you the F out, or beating the F out of you." So I was like, oh, damn, y'all. I think that this is really crazy because he's over here like acting so nonchalant and unbothered by this, which is really throwing me off because I'm over here like, wait, she has Ring camera footage, she has text messages, she has pictures, like basically she has like, you know, all these things. And I do have to say, like, I don't think that like you could, you know, falsify any type of like Ring camera footage or whatever to submit to a file police report. So I'm just kind of like, why are you acting so unbothered and so unfazed? And I don't know, I gotta say, like, recently he's been blowing up, specifically on TikTok, and I'm like, this is not a good look, and I think now he should, like, speak out about this, because literally, that's all he had said right there within his tweets is, "I'm chilling, by the way, I have no worries, streaming later on, no days off," and also he did put the winky emoji in there, forgot to mention that too, in case you guys didn't see. But yeah, it's just crazy to me that he is just acting so nonchalant when these pictures have come out of her having a chipped tooth and bruises on her arms. Once again, obviously, this is all alleged as of right now. I'm covering my ends, okay? But I do gotta say, it's looking like he's not, you know, the nicest person in the world, okay? I still am leaving some room for some other things to come out, but I don't know, as of right now, with her saying that she has Ring camera footage, she got pictures, like, obviously her you know, tooth is chipped, like, damn. And I don't know. I'm curious to know what he has to say about this, and I really, really do hope that Halle enjoys her time filming over there in Italy and, you know, gets her movie out because, damn, I wouldn't even, like, it's so crazy how people can, like, just snap into a character, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be able to be like y'all before, if I'm being so real with you guys. I was going through like the most toxic relationship ever, and honestly, during that time I stopped filming on social media. I took like a year off because shit was so bad because I couldn't get up on the internet and act fake. You know what I mean? So I think that it's so crazy to like, you know, have an actor who's going through this very, very personal, traumatizing stuff, and then she's over there like filming. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of crazy, and in a weird way, I think that that's, you know, like kind of cool that you could just like snap out of it, because I'm like, damn, I couldn't even film my little gossip videos or my makeup videos because I'm like, what I really want to do is get up on the internet and talk shit about my ex. You know what I'm saying? So I really do hope that everything works out for her. And DDG, like I said, I'm leaving a little bit of like room for grace, but as of right now, I'm like, he seems like a bitch. I'm sorry. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.